Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, the Streaming Enderman here. And today I've got a very special knife right here. This is from one of my favorite knife brands of all time, Otter Messer of Germany. Or should I say, Otter Messer Solingen Deutschland, I believe. Solingen, sorry. This is a traditional German knife, and it's the Drei Nieten Messer, which stands for three rivet knife in English. Hence the three rivets you'll see, which I will show you in a few seconds. This is the first Otter I bought that actually came in a physical box instead of just like a bag, which I'm happy to see. As you can see, it has Otter right here, and you've got your, I believe, not entirely sure what this means, but I know this means quality since 1840, and this means knife manufacturer. Drei Nieten Messer, this is a carbon steel knife with grenadilla wood handles, which is African blackwood. Now, I bought this at bushcraftcanada.com, a place I've never bought from until now. Very good customer service, very friendly owner. He actually has a YouTube channel if you'd like to go check out, with a very quick review of this knife. And you know, I'm pleased with this knife. And the thing about this one, I could have bought this knife a long time ago in smoked oak. It was $110 for the smoked oak without shipping, tax, or anything like that. This one was $110 for grenadilla with shipping and tax. So this is the cheapest three rivet knife I have found in Canada. The other thing about this one that's very, very, very interesting to me is that they no longer ship grenadilla to handles to Canada because of a EU bill that was passed that said endangered species of woods can no longer be shipped outside of Europe. So this was part of an old stock, so once these are gone, you won't get them again in Canada. So I jumped on it while I could. I am very, very pleased with this. This is some nice wax paper. I love wax paper, and I think it makes for a great knife bag. Got a little cleaning cloth, which I probably won't use because I don't want to ruin it. Looks all pristine right now. And a quality certificate in both Deutsch and English. And of course it says how to care for your knives, carbon steel, rust-proof steel, folding knives. We hope you'll enjoy our product. Best regards, your Otter team. So you got this little note here. Nice to see. Just put this back in the box. And for the knife, I just love how these come wrapped. Hand wrapped. Here it is. This is the Drei Nieten Messer. And this knife has been reviewed probably by everyone and their mother at this point. Well, at least from content creators I like to watch. For example, Joe from Messer HQ, Artur Brem, Klaus Miller, and Eric from Slick Slicers, all of which are great channels that I would absolutely recommend. So, I guess it's my time to review it now. So this knife, let's just get a nice zoom. It's a slip joint. You can see the back spring here. The spring is slightly lowered, so this isn't a gap. That's actually, the spring is just slightly down below the bolsters. And I believe this is a carbon steel spring. Steel liners and steel bolsters. I quite like these. These are carbon steel, so they will rust and patina. But I like the pattern that they did with the grinding. It's quite artistic. And it takes most knives, well, most traditional knives use either brass or nickel. And I actually prefer this because nickel and brass will start to get a lot of fingerprints, and then they will eventually just dull in their color. This will not. And I'm happy to see that. You've got brass pins and these 3 rivets, which are the rivets where the knife got its name. The 3 rivet knife. Very, very secure, so there's no chance these covers are ever going to wobble. You've got a great cutoff for the back spring, as you can see, and perfect centering. Beautiful. It's not often that you get perfect centering nowadays on slip joints for some reason, or on knives in general. One complaint I've seen about Otter Messers a few times is that they don't grind the bolsters evenly. This one is perfect. Both bolsters are the same size, same dimensions. There's no difference going on here. These are very precisely made. Keep in mind, they're doing this by hand, as opposed to this knife from Joseph Rogers and Sons of Sheffield. And as you can see, this bolster right here is quite a bit smaller. It's very uneven. But no such problem exists on the Drei Nieten Messer. This opens with a nail nick. You could, of course, pinch it open, but, no half stops at all. And you open up to a, let's just wipe any fingerprints off, a beautiful spear point blade. C75 carbon steel. Just zoom in there. You've got the Otter logo. And let's just make sure you can see that. There you go. Got the little otter catching a fish. And here it says Solingen Germany. I keep mispronouncing that. Sorry. Solingen Germany. Back spring to the blade. Very nice. Quite good. No blade movement whatsoever, which is very, very nice to see. You've got a brass stop pin in here. And a pretty clean inside. Of course, I oiled this multiple times. The knife is about 7.5 inches open, so quite substantially large. The blade, even when you don't count the choil, is 3 inches or more. So this is not UK legal for some stupid reason. And sadly, there are some places where you couldn't carry this because it is quite large. For a slip joint, this is very large indeed. To give you a size comparison, here it is with an Arthur Wright and Son Lambfoot. Here it is next to a Joseph Rogers and Sons Warncliffe. And since it's here it is with the Joseph Rogers and Sons Lambfoot. These are all British knives, but as you can see, this is substantially larger in both length and in width. So this would not be legal in the UK, for those wondering. And it would be probably legal in every state of the US because, they carry guns there, so you obviously could carry a slip joint like this. Very nice walk and talk. A nice snap when it shuts. And a very nice snap when it opens. I really like that action. Tiny bit of blade wrap up there, I believe. Sadly. That is disappointing, though. But, of course, this is a softer carbon steel. You can always sharpen it up. So, I have used this. I've cut a couple apples with it. And some strawberries, too. Maybe some cheese. It's gotten some good use. I like using my carbon steel knives to give them a good patina. This one hasn't taken a very good patina right now. It's kind of just looking cloudy, which is unfortunate because once these take a patina, it looks quite good. But, the more use, the better. So it's comfortable in the hand. Very comfortable indeed. If you put your finger under here, kind of prevents it from closing. Sharpening choil under here. The stamping is quite good. It's a little tough to see, but it's there. The otter is nicely stamped, and it came very, very sharp. Like I said, grind on the bolsters is beautiful. Love that they use stainless steel. I really like the pattern they used here. The pins and the rivets are incredibly flush. Very, very nice. And the transitions are superb. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in really close. Look at that. You can almost see how good the transitions are. I don't even have to show you. You wouldn't even have to feel it. You can just see how good the transitions are. And that's not something you get every day. The wood, which I almost forgot to talk about, is grenadilla, which is in the same family, I believe, as ebony. So it's an African blackwood. On this side, you can see it's got a bit of brown over here, and it gets darker back here. And this side almost has a bit of a burl look to it. I don't know if you can see, but there's a nice pattern on this wood. Very nice grain. Like I said, I'm happy I got this. I don't own any other knives with grenadilla. I do own knives with oak. So this one was cheaper, harder to get, will no longer ship to Canada, and a wood I don't have, versus more expensive, a wood I already have, and something that's just more readily available. So this one I think was absolutely the good choice to make. The rivets are unique, and I think that they kind of add to the knife overall. This is number 162, I believe. And they do make a simpler one without the rivets, without the worked bolsters, in sapelli wood, and that's the number 161. You can see said knife on Artur Brem's channel, as well as Messer HQ, and I believe Slick Slicers also made a video on it. But that's my review of the Otter Messer Drei Nieten Messer. Very solid slip joint, no movement in the blade, good choil, good stamping, comes sharp. Steel may not be the best, but it can sharpen up very, very fast. Beautiful wood, very secure, very thick, comfortable with the hand, good solid back spring. Just looks traditional. This is a classic German Taschenmesser, or pocket knife. And yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with this. I think that the quality on this is better than some case knives, and sadly, it blows this knife from Sheffield kind of out of the water. But there is a difference, though. This was around 100. That was 50. So you do have to keep prices in mind when comparing knives. Well, a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 with crewwear and micarta may be better than this. Yes, it's also $250. Oh, but a Marfione Custom is the best knife you'll ever own. Perfect grind, no blade wrap, nothing. Excellent lock, perfect centric. Yeah, they're $4,000. So yes, price does matter. Although in the case of Opinels, they're a whole different story. Somehow they use black magic to make their knives perfect and yet charge almost nothing for them. Yes, you can tell I'm a fan of Opinels, if you haven't already seen the 20 videos I've made on them. But anyways, no, this is just an excellent knife overall. I would recommend it to anyone who wants a good solid work knife, or something even to just keep as a collectible. It's got that simplicity that just, it's timeless. It's timeless. Very happy with this knife, and I would recommend it. So, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, share, comment, all of that. And yes, this has been the Otter Messer, Drei Nieten Messer, and this is the Streaming Enderman. As always, signing off. Goodbye.